Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So, last time we set up the dance club, which was cool. It was definitely cool setting up the dance club. However, it wasn't really the main quest. Just fine. Ooh. Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC in Revachol, hopefully. Oh, wait, yes, I want to find Klaj's buoy. Yeah, a boy. So, on the coast, east of the boardwalk, on the coast, somewhere in the reeds. I forgot that entirely. We need to go somewhere in the reeds here. This is the boardwalk, right? And it's east of the boardwalk, so it's out here. Hopefully. We still don't know what the phone box is about, apart from to be a phone box. In here? No. Maybe it's up this way? Yeah, we have that door as well. Wait, what was this door anyway? Unopenable door with a very hard to pass check. Huh. Yeah. That's odd. So I'm just checking out the reeds here. Got anything? Am I wearing things that give me the most perception? I think I am. No, I must be wearing something that's lowering my perception, because the shoes give me positive perception. Yeah, the hat. There we are. Only reason is if we need a perception check to spot something. I just want to check that we're not being screwed over. We have to walk back anyway, so... Nope. Nothing. That's fine. That is just the net, isn't it? There's nothing in it. Just dead and dying locusts and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things. Okay, because nothing came to eat the locusts. I wonder if we can go back to all of them. And that'd be interesting. Okay. I'll just check down there in those reeds. Definitely east of the boardwalk. I mean, she could have been lying to us, but... But we could go around the back of the church. Guess not. Okay. East of the boardwalk and some reeds. This is the boardwalk, right? Maybe it just means on the eastern half of the boardwalk. It says in some reeds though. There were multiple boardwalks though. That's fine. Yep, the kid and the father and his son is there again. Oh, what's this? The beams are splintered. The bridge didn't collapse on its own. Artillery broke it. Okay. Well, there's another trap over here I want to check, so... Can't check that trap. Oh, maybe all the traps are the same one about locusts. Could this be the boy we were told about? It could be. It's west, but whatever. A metal and plastic contraption bods up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first it just looks like trash, but if you look closer... I'm assuming that our camera's pointed north, of course, but, you know. And that over there, he points to the strange-looking object. It must be the boy Klaj told us about. The one she hid our passport in. We should take a look. Pick it up. Lift the boy out the water without much effort. It's not tied or... I think that's meant to be... It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut. Let's examine the plastic ball. Number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discoloured and slimy with silt. A latch holds it closed, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch is cracked. Simple construction, very unsafe. Let's shake it. There's something in there splashing around. Sniff it. It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt. Industrial slop and decay. The water... this side of the peninsula is cleaner, actually. Smells a little salty. Open the boy. A shot glass worth of seawater pours out, some algae and nothing else. Oh well, damn. No documents. Who do you think took them? I have no idea. Lieutenant taps his foot, frowning. This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the boy anything. Anyway. He purses his lips. Or think we do. This is a small loose end either way. Not important, I hope. Could this be related to the cryptozoologists and their little expedition? In my experience, cryptids are generally uninterested in travel documentation. He sighs. We shall go. You could ask the miss what she thinks later if you have the time, though I doubt she'll tell you very much at this point. We're lucky it's still here. A little longer and it would have floated away. Lieutenant flashes a mirthless half smile. We got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore. We got here too late, he says. Does that mean if we had found out about this earlier, it would have had things in here? That's intriguing. The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving anymore, and you still can't see a phasmid anywhere. Poor things. Okay, that's fine. There really was nothing else? We'd already finished that wall. Wait, didn't we? I'm just going to double check there was nothing else in that wall for us to do. Yeah, we already did that. We already did this. Right. It's fine. And there's no way down here. No, it doesn't even let me click. Yeah, okay. Fine. I don't know why I tried to move. I keep trying to move the camera. Like, oh, I want to look over here. Like, click where I'm going to move to. But that's not the way the game works, so. Don't know why I thought I could do that. Yeah, that's also not east of the boardwalk. Like, at all. Unless this isn't north. Like, unless we aren't pointed north. That's not east of the boardwalk. Maybe that was the wrong boy? See, now I'm starting to question whether it is east. And I'm going, no, it's not. It's not east. But because it quite clearly isn't, I was like, well, maybe I'm wrong. Have I been up here? Oh, you know, there's nothing, there's no up here. It just stops. Ooh, money. Money on the ground. I could have had more money if I hadn't paid for all those rooms. But knowing that we could have just, like, the room there was no penalty to sleeping in it. It was just a nicer room. It was an upgrade, and I was like, no, I don't need the upgrade. I need to pay for my room. Got some self-respect. What else did I unlock here? I don't know what else I unlocked here. Well, I mean, I unlocked a net. I just don't know why it told me about a net again. Okay, well, we'll go speak to a net. That's fine. Oh, yep, another one of these, just to check. That's the one which had the thing stolen out of it, though. The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching, still no phasmid. Okay, fine. So that's just telling you that although you could look at all those places, there's no phasmids there. I don't think there are any more bottles for us to pick up either. Right. We can go and have a look for a tape while we go past here. There's probably going to be something that gets us to go back along to the church anyway at some point, so. If only to sleep. So we're probably not going to rush back there, but anyway, hello.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I want to ask about my missing gun again. Sure thing. No, okay, nothing. Cool. I just wanted to check why that was lit up. That's not what we want. Is this one the one we want? No. This? I don't want the street light. Wait, there's really no other tracks here? Oh, is it because we've locked this bit? Hello? Maybe I've locked myself out of this somehow?
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Do you have any recordings of the Call du thing? Yeah. The Call du Mama Dakwa? Yeah. We'll go through the path we already took. Sounds cool. Did you ever find it? Can I listen to it? Right, we don't have any recordings. It's absolutely necessary. That's fine. We already did all this, which is why I'm skipping through it. Just taking the same path. No, okay, so he doesn't have anything to sell there. Yeah, so he doesn't have so I guess the only recording we have is our recording, as in the tape that we have on us. Huh. Oh, wait, maybe it wasn't him who had the tapes. Maybe it was the other guy who had the tapes. I thought it was him, though. Maybe this guy has tapes. Or maybe we can't do it until we karaoke. I don't know. What have you got? Those are sunglasses, right?
The shine on those sunglasses.
Right, this one?
You keep coming back. That's good.
That one. I really need... Oh, those where the shoes are. I completely missed that. Oh, okay. Cool. I don't know how I missed that, to be honest. What's this? So one is this thing we can't reach, but also this tree. Wait, we can go over here? A hawthorn tree on the Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Bronze-coloured ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze. And try and get the tape out there? Good, hawthorn. Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has been almost worn to oblivion. It reads, RCM Emergencies Desk Number 8102, underneath a slogan, Mankind be vigilant. The bronze ribbon twists around and within the branches in an intricately natural pattern, but there's something else. What do I see? There's a twisted logic in the mess. You see the end of the ribbon, the way it flows, how it twists and turns. It's all starting to make sense. It's easier to remove now. Piss off, nature. The hawthorn tree is disappointed by your betrayal and has psychopathic tendencies. Also, your fist hurts a little. A little? It's awful. The pain surges through your toe and then lingers there, slowly pulsating, reminding you of your mistake. Smooth move, operator. He looks to his wristwatch. Are we done here? I don't want to do interfacing just yet, because I think you can get slightly higher. Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You're the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter. No, I'm just a disempowered individual trying to take my disempowerment out on everyday objects. Look, there's a discarded milk carton on the floor. Why don't you destroy that too? No, I actually feel sorry for the things I've destroyed. I'm sorry, milk carton. You're right, that's definitely not the behavior of a destroyer at all. It's just severe anger management problems and a disregard for property rights. Okay. Interfacing. We have something that can improve that somewhere. This one gives us 2, so that was actually like just a straight upgrade there when we got those. I could sell some of these if I really wanted to, but why would I sell my wardrobe? Doesn't make any sense. Let's check I have nothing that lowers my interfacing. I might wear this again, my logic hat. Right, so my interfacing is +2. Yeah, let's just try it. I thought we could climb over that, but this is fine too. Yeah, the tape release calculations and the multi-tool is truly multi. Go for it. With slow, deliberate motions, pulling and bending and unraveling, you manage to extract the magnetic tape from the branches. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it so that you could hear what's on the tape. Maybe Roy from the pawn shop can help you with this. Lieutenant looks at the mess in your hands. Only after you successfully cleaned up the branches does curiosity get him. What's the tape for? He asks. It's for Egghead. I promised to make his Van Eyck jam hit a bit harder. Maybe this tape can help. Oh, it's broken and unspooled. How do you think your new buddy knows how? Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it? I think at least one of the ravers would know how to fix a broken tape if they want to set up a nightclub. You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time. He looks at his wristwatch a little impatiently. Good idea. He might have tools. The tape projector in the pawn shop might use a similar tape. Okay. Let's go over here then. Wait, oh, that's just showing me I got the item. Bronze colored tape was found in the branches of a hawthorn tree. Yeah. Fine. It's basically just telling us, you found the tape here. Okay. Fine. Let's go and speak to the pawn shop owner. Hello.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Hey, do you know how to fix this? He looks at the bronze-coloured bundle in your hand. You mean re-spool it? Yeah, I do, but... Great, could you do it, please? This is important. I need to be able to play this tape for someone. He slowly finishes his thought. But I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. You want to pawn the tape? Sure. Although it looks pretty worthless. Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand. Worthless? It's not worthless, Roy. This could be the next big thing for the local dance scene. Oh? He slowly taps his fingers on the counter. What do you mean? You know that old church down the coast? Yes, what about it? I helped some young ravers turn the place into a nightclub, and they play these weird beats there, which they call anodic music. Is it any good, the music, I mean? No, that's the thing. You can't believe how unbelievably thin the beat is. There's nothing to it, no bass. It just goes bazoo, bazoo, bazoo. But this tape could make it sound hardcore. Man, you're really invested in this. He looks at the bundle of tape in front of him. It shimmers under the shop's dazzling light show. Okay, I'll help you out. It's just going to take a moment, though. Sit back and relax. You take time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in his hand and coughs. Thanks for the help. Yeah, my pleasure. I do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use the tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility, okay? Okay, well, I mean, I guess we're going back to the, we're going back to the ravers, I guess? You know, got a little distracted, but we're back to the real main story again. The, ravers and their anodic dance music. Right. Yeah, long year. All the way back to the ravers. They're a long way away, aren't they? Kim must be hating today. We've barely done anything. He's like, I had to walk all the way out here in the rain. Now we're running back and forth. In fact, it looks like Kim's in front of us, actually, on this running. I didn't notice that Kim's running in front of us. That's kind of cool that he can. Yeah, I know that obviously it's following where we're going, but I hadn't really noticed that Kim doesn't necessarily run behind you all the time. Huh, that's neat. Anyway, into the church. And it's time to speak to Egghead. Yeah. Hello.
Good morning! Yeah! Hardcore!
I found this reel of tape. Maybe you can use it to hard up Ike's jam. Yeah, remix time. His voice booms through the church as he takes the tape and attaches it to the empty reel slot. Tape goes in here, into deck B. He clicks a switch, the tape starts spinning. A hand on his ear, he listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts, Oh wow! His face lights up with delight. Did you get this from Arno himself? A great excitement is bubbling to the surface within him. This is big. What do you mean? Listen, I'm gonna show it to you. Ready? Ready? Oh, that is much better. Oh, they went back to the older one. Oh, whoa, hear that? He wipes his brow. The signs match perfectly. Now, if only we had a beat for the full assault, it would be unbelievably hyper. What is this? Estelle looks up from the contact mic. It's good. How did you guys do that? Do what? I just found a random tape and brought it to Egghead. He's just incredibly good at remixing. Yes, but what if Van Eyck based his remix on some forgotten Loto melody like a folk song, and you just found the original piece that inspired him to create this jam? That would explain why it fits so well. Nah, to me it sounds like classic Van Eyck. I don't think he needs any inspiration from folk songs. Maybe he lives in Martinez and just threw away part of his song because he thought it wasn't good enough. I think it's just happenstance, chaos in action. Contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent. He nods to his friend behind the turntables. No, it's right. Egghead's technical talent is the key. No, it's definitely part of the same song. Something cut from it. It fits too well. Something mysterious is going on here. Asail's right. Van Eyck must live around here. It's definitely his creation. Be how it may, it fits, it fits. He pumps his fist in the air. Bring up the volume. What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that? Andre looks back to you. Yeah, I remember you said you need more bass. What if we used that crazy sound assault from Suna's experiment, but tamed it, made it pulse? Oh, whoa! Egghead's puzzled face turns into a wicked grin. But how? What about the compressor Andre was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing? Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's already pretty ultra. But it could be hyper hardcore. Alright, we need interfacing. Am I already maxed on interfacing? I think I am. I think at 2 was my max. Yeah, nothing else that gave me interfacing. 28% is not very high though. Oh, did we finish our thought? 1 minute. Okay, you know how we've got 1 minute left on that? Oh, wait, no, sorry. Thought? Arno van Eyck. The question won't leave you. Why did the melody line from the broken discarded tape fit perfectly into a song played by some speed freaks in Frozen 10? Can it be a coincidence? Maybe it's the hand of the man-machine himself in his attempt to craft the perfect song. Maybe Egghead is actually Arno van Eyck in disguise. Eyck, Egg? Yeah, interfacing while we're solving the problem. That's interesting. But I'm going to leave here and come back in. The reason I'm doing that is so we go forward a minute. So I believe that leaving and re-entering buildings will pass time. Am I wrong? I might be wrong here. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be passing time. Okay, let's head back in. Well, I know that if I get any more interfacing, I can try the check again, so I might as well try it now, right? It's a 1 in 4 chance of it just being done, and it will move forward time at least for a minute, which gets our thought done.
Good morning! Yeah! Hardcore!
The audio onslaught can be tamed. Connect the dots. It worked! Sidechain the beat. Sidechain? What does it even mean? Listen, you can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing, either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape. Make it alternate between the signals. The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux sidechain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without the peaks that fill up all the headspace. Okay, Egg, you need to start sidechaining it. Sidechaining it, you said! He turns down the music, his hands move. How did he turn down the music? The thing is stuck to maximum. His hands moving deftly across the mixer, setting up the necessary controls. He puts on his headphones and his eyes go wide, wider than they've ever gone on drugs. He just starts jumping up and down with bliss in total silence and still listening to his headphones. Hey, Asail looks up from her microphone. What did you do to Egghead, cop man? Did you break him? I'm not sure. Are you ready, bossy? Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat. I was born ready, Egg. Let's give him a thumbs up. I'm ready. Oh yeah. Oh, this is good. The audio assault is glorious. The speed freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hands in the air. This is beauty. This is life. What in the world is going on? Asail looks on, amazed at the display. The way the melody and the bass flow together, it's unnatural. We have tamed the sound, made it our own. God damn it, you hear Andre say to himself over the thumping beat. This dance club idea might just work out. DeLorean Church, the place to be. Egg's losing himself in the sound. Pump it, pump it. This is it. This is a new era. The fabric of the world has been irrevocably altered. Who will be the innocence of hardcore anodic dance music? Goodbye, Egg. Oh, and we finished our thought. Wasteland of reality. This took so long. Congrats, you're sober. It'll take a while for your body to remember how to metabolize anything that isn't sugar from alcohol, so you're going to be pretty ravenous soon. Eat plenty. You can expect your coordination and balance to improve in a couple of weeks. In 2 months, you might start sleeping like a normal person. Full recovery will take years, though. It'll be depressing and it'll be boring. Don't expect any further rewards or hand claps. This is how normal people are all the time. -1 physical, -1 inland empire, -1 suggestion, but our psyche goes up. And no positive effects from alcohol. Oh, that's awful. That's terrible. But it did. Oh wait, yeah, get rid of that. It did increase our psyche, which should have unlocked all the sight checks. We have a composure of Andre. Unlocked. Hello, Andre.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
Found a beat, found a melody. We're 8%. Let's find something that gives us composure. Our composure right now is a blank. Do we have anything that gives us composure? I must have looked at this 100 times. I really want it to just have a search so I can go like, I want things to give us this. As minus composure, that's not really going to cut it. I'm going to have to check the things we have on as well. Minus composure. Why is everything lower? Oh, there we go. The shoes, I think they were the only thing that gave us composure. I remember now. Right, let's try this.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see
17, let's go. Oh, you close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. But now such frosty emotion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Yes, we've already done that. Cool. Right. I do like that the music's now permanently changed. That's good. It's not bad. I like it. Okay. Well, let's leave here again. Wait, so, because our psych went up, right? One, that means that our morale is permanently boosted, which is kind of nice. But, does that mean that we get +1 to all of these? I think it does. Yeah, because the base has gone up. This is giving us +1 to everything. Our authority, even with -2 from items, and -1 from thoughts, it still is positive now, which is cool. But yeah, some of these are... So even though it lowered our suggestion, right, it's actually the exact same because it... Yeah. Okay, so it's not as bad as it looks, this thought. So basically what it did was it lowered your... It lowered Inland Empire and Suggestion, Physical Instrument. In return, you got Volition, Empathy, Authority, and Esprit de Corps increased. And then you also got, yeah, then you also got the negative that you can't use alcohol any longer, which is a little bit of a pain, but, well, we don't have any physical checks left that I'm really worried about, so that's fine. Okay, well, because I feel like we should do some main quest at some point, I am going to walk all the way back. So our suggestion one here shouldn't have re-unlocked. Let me just double check that. I mean, we won't do it with Kim here anyway because it gives you a negative, but...
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can...
No, okay. So there's no positive there. That's fine. I'm going to go and speak to... Annette first. Yes, Annette is the first one. Although, I think last time we went to Annette, it was still locked? Yeah, maybe? Like, it didn't show... It wasn't locked, but, like, it didn't even show up on the list. Which is odd. We'll keep going, though. Okay, back in Martinez. Back to Annette. And then I need to double check what we've got left on our quest list. Just to see. Because I think we need to speak to Joyce next, but... I don't know. I don't know. We also need to speak to the smoker, but, you know. We'll get to what we can get to. Hello, Annette.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Oh, never mind. Wait, let's just put on our suggestion stuff. I've got someone that gives suggestion, I'm sure. I know I have someone that gives... There we go, the blue jacket, that was it. Hello. 97?
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
What am I missing here? Why does this feel familiar? Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before. Hang on. So, you know me. We've met before. Yes, I used to stand out there all the time before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, so apologising to everyone. Don't really understand what you've done wrong. Did I ever talk to you? Of course, she stopped by a few times. She looks at you intently. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. What do you mean look better? I look like shit. Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore. Lieutenant, the lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly, realizes something. Party eyes, of course, that makes sense. I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all. Party eyes? You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. She giggles at the thought. It certainly looked odd on a man. The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. This is what she meant. You were probably groaning too. Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Does this mean I've been partaking in narcotics? Oh baby, it's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing. So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with? I didn't know I had to do that. She looks puzzled. Thanks, well I've learned something about myself today. I'm glad I could help you, sir. She smiles, a wide, helpful smile. Okay, so that didn't really get us anything, but it did get another thing off our map list, which is good. Trash container, I have no idea where that is. Joyce, I still have some stuff to do with. Backyard wall, I've got more conceptualism. I've got conceptualism for Joyce as well. Measurehead ones I'm not doing. Barred door, I could try, but I've got -1 now to that, which isn't great. Where's map wall? Map wall's there. So the map wall looks like it should be in this building, but I don't know where it is. So that's fine. Yeah, so yes, we just need to speak to Joyce. And the backyard wall. Okay, well. Do I have anything that gives me conceptualization? Let's put this back on again. Conceptualization. There we go, this shirt does. We'll put on a nice clean shirt. So know that we've got 2 conceptualization coming up. Oh, and the lounge jacket as well. Oh yeah. We have 2 conceptualizations coming going on, so definitely worth making ourselves look conceptualizing. That was a really bad sentence. I mean, I've had some bad sentences, but that was a bit awful. We definitely don't look like a detective anymore. I mean, we almost look like a detective for a bit, but now we've got this weird jacket on. It doesn't really look right. Okay, let's go to the backyard wall, because I know where that is. Yeah, I've already done those 2 things. Yeah, I still don't see where map wall would be. I think it is in there. I might look it up. I might look up some of these ones I can't find. And just see what the locations are, assuming someone's put them online, but you know, someone's always done that. Why am I looking at this wall? Let's go. I passed! Because, you see it, finally, this wall is sublime. Look at it, the shadows, the colours. I'm going to let the conceptual joy flow into my pupils and blossom into thoughts in my brain. All the other walls and all the other houses just make a pilgrimage in the adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft. Colour peeled from the very face of God. More! Oh, wallflower. Kim, I must paint this wall. Add even more beauty to it. Huh? He sounds tired of it all. Seeing the skull has all the necessary materials, talk to her. First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty. Sure. Lieutenant looks up at the wall reluctantly, then back at you. I must talk to Cindy, get the necessary materials from her. He sighs, then adds in a resigned tone, if you must. Right. Well, I know we're close to Joyce, but Cindy. I need you immediately.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is the bed in the coal room yours? Oh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal. Don't you have a real home? Does anyone in a city like this? She replies wistfully, looking around. If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it. Really, you're a miner? Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but Somehow it never happens. Not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. She looks at the paint dripping down the wall. Like me, right now I'm doing nothing at all. The inspiration will come to her at once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now. I have other questions. Shout, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it? Pissed fair and fuck the world send their best. I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness. Well, maybe it's just skull solidarity. There'll never be skulls, but she softens. But the hearts are in the right place. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull? Fat chance, but you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood. But I really want to be a skull. She throws you a conspiratorial glance and presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky as though straining to hear something in the distance. Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often you hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock, but in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens, the people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We paint it red, we'll bring the raucous, you bring the sirens. Cindy, I need some paint and your brush too. What's it for? It's for art. It's for art, okay? Well, if it's for art, but her eyes narrow to slits. What kind of art are we talking about? Well, everything is sad and shit. We just need some art to make it okay. Just give me the brush. Sounds like you're about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement. Can't have shit art on my conscience. Well, let's see. You'll see. You will all see and tremble. Yeah, not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You look like you'd suck at everything, really, she adds quickly. Attempt to explain my artistic intentions. It's a red, so we can't just do it, but also our conceptualization is so incredibly low. I can't. Sorry, Cindy. I think I failed the conversation. That's unfortunate. Right. So we failed that one. So now we just need to... Apparently we've got a conceptualization with Joyce. Let's do that first. Then we'll switch outfit and we'll do the Esprit de Corps with Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She pats her wet raincoat. I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing. Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophic. Repels water almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What can I do? What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. I found my badge, by the way. By love you did. She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right. She's memorizing your badge number. She hands it back to you. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant Double Yetretor Dubois. I am happy to see a man of high qualification, and the situation is precarious. Seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. It smells of fish. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Yefretor? How about you share your information on the lynching now that you've seen his badge? The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of a badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. She smiles apologetically. To my knowledge, the drivers are all still at the roundabout. I'll tell you everything I know once you're finished with them. This was your plan all along. She shakes her head vigorously. My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because, let me tell you, we are in dire waters. Meaning the information she has will raise the stakes in this game. The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. He takes a sip of tea. Now, is there anything else I can do for you in the meantime? Tea, perhaps? Tell me about drug trafficking. No, I want to find this conceptualization. Let's talk about this boat you're on. Wild Pines. Just following the paths we've already taken. Got it. Stakes at the harbour. Wait. Whoa. Go back there, stakes at the harbour? Strike at the harbour. The scabs at the gate, did you put them there? The scabs? She raises her brow. Oh, you mean the huddled masses of jamrock come to plead for work where the union refuses to. Don't let her answer it herself. Let's call them strike breakers. You put them there, right? Well, if these strike breakers were organised by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret, and I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least. She's implied she's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion. That's all I need. Talk about the lynching. Of course, anything to help. We'll leave that for just now. No, we need to discuss this now. There isn't time to waste. Bloodbath, remember? She cannot let you leave without having her say. My bad, I thought you said mud bath. She sips from her thermos. She does not look away from you. See ya. Oh, we're stuck here. Okay. Does this mean I don't have to look into that drug stuff? That is exactly what this means. What I'm about to tell you is more pressing, I assure you. Oh, okay. Did you say bloodbath? Yes, I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war with possible consequences for all of Revachol West. Since you're sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario. Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor. As an insurance measure, they called it my security detail. A momentary lapse of faith? They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker. A member of the board. She nods. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humour. Do you need a security detail? Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the union into surrendering. Who are they exactly? Krenel, an Orangese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. 3? Okay. That's interesting. We know about 1. I suspect that Claget may be another. I don't know the 3rd. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, her relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and have no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment. So what happened? The story is one of them, the colonel. I don't know his real name. Sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. What then? Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss the matter with anyone out here. The remaining 2 Krenel contractors carry out their orders for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow. What is the nature of this so-called investigation? Whether to execute one or some or all of the union militants. I have to say, this is not Disco. This is very far from Disco. A wave crashes against the side of her boat. My only hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, she grabs hold of the mainsail. If you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the union to respond. The debatteurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1. Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? Looks back. It's not pretty. The Cerise giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees in a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most union workers don't have guns at all. The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics carry... the automatics every 1 or 2 minutes. She is silent for a moment, then concludes, "As I said, bloodbath." Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? Many bleak scenarios have already come true. She looks at you, eyes damp from the wind. Lieutenant Double Yafreteur Dubois. All we can do is to keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect must be delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. What can you tell me about Krenel? Okay, this is the same stuff we just did. Okay, well that's kind of looped a little bit there. This is not disco. Yes, we've already done this. Right. You said the deceased assaulted a woman. I think I clicked 3 instead of 4, and that's why I didn't tell me more about Krenel. That'll do it. Or he didn't. She tilts her head. This information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. What did these teenagers by the canal say? That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit and it seems to be accepted story around Martinez. This does not come as news to us, but still. He exchanges glances with you. To your knowledge, did this assault take place, if you know? Last Sunday night at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. I'm not going to talk about the woman. And who was this woman? That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumour about a rumour. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe. What can you tell me about Krenel? Not much. Their public resume is relatively good as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: St. Baptiste, Welchman, Lorenz, Indracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in the 3rd or 4th world countries, guarding facilities, escort missions, and such. Meaning they're used to operating in war zones? Yes, all the good conflict corridors. Supramunde, Yasut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Okay, anything else you got on them? Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I don't have the resources, she thinks. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. Might take some time, though, she thinks. Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, madame? My line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Krenel. Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off? I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us. He's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him? If you mean did I see him alive, yes, but I did not know him. You don't know how you know, but it's not written on her face nor in her voice, but she has sympathy for this man. You liked him. Liked is a bit strong. She tosses her head. He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills. His name was Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre. Most likely, he wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did, a bad sign if ever there was one. Tell me about the others first. One of them is a man, Corty they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Felice de Paul. A woman named Phyllis de Paul. Okay. Could that be Tlage? Could be. Corty is the gunner, I believe. De Paul is a radio operator. Makes sense still. Lieutenant cuts in. What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's? He closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head. I can't remember. There's a pang of regret to her voice. Lieutenant was testing her, asking her a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed. That's alright, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age? He was 40 or 50, it's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made him difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw in the body, and Claget also mentioned it, I believe. Kim, we haven't talked about Claget yet. He says to you, then turns back to Joyce. What else? Nationality, accent? He was Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, orange or mezzanine maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once. Where are the remaining 2 mercs now? They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. She puts her foot on the guard wire for balance. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes, ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting. We still need to know where they are. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in better position to mediate it if I don't appear involved. Okay, the scab actor's bad acting. Clothes that didn't fit right. Scab actor... The scab leader's bad reply... Murder... Scab leader murder bad reply. Wait a second. The people leading the scab thing? Where are these mercenaries? One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates, the one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in the building, south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers. One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbour gates, the scab leader. That may be so. She is poised and unperturbed. I hope you will heed my advice. There is no need to kick the hornet's nest. But all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gates is the powder keg. Does this not bother you? Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant, but my hands are tied. How would my employer react if I were intervening on behalf of the Union? Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace. One is probably in the building overlooking the roundabout. That would afford a good vantage point, she says. In any case, it's practically inaccessible. Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece? Heavens no, I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave in the ship's wheel. He nods towards the sloop's cabin. I have another question for you. How much time do we have? Time until the execution start? Truthfully, I don't know. That depends on their progress, identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience. They don't report their progress to you? Not in this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay. It's a matter of days, not weeks. That's enough for now. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. If there's anything else I can help you with, please ask. Can you tell me about these tattoos? Of course. Excuse my hesitation before. She reaches over to the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand. For about half a minute in silence. She wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured like those of a working woman. It is taken with a trigad not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs. I'm going to stay quiet. Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely. What do you think? Sorry. She breaks her concentration. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points, the stars. She points to one on the photo paper. I can't, but that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size and location on the body and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Like viruses on a microcircuit. Up close, she nods. Port cities. This is Orange map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the DeLorean century over 300 years ago. The sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. What is the use of this map? The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in. The silver cord, they would call it. Where is he now? Well, this one's going nowhere but the morgue. Actually, you know what? I've spoken to him. For now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse. She remains unfazed. This is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps, the fear of drowning within one's own corpse. What travels did the dead man make? Quite a few. Redfort, the Orange's capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. She points to it on the photo. He started somewhere near here, I think. Oh, and next? Then he made his way to Preto Grande, though what I think must be Stad Scanal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Preto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Seminoles Islands, then this, she points to his heart. What is that? Revachol, she says. Those are two constants, Redfort on the shoulder and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinity, at the dawn of the Insusolary Age. The old world passing by and the new world already here. You said you can't read it. I can't. This man was no sailor and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning. Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk, lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks. Laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez, looking into Krenel. He writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside there's a siren, distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter. This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history. That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways. Just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident, mercenary tattoos. For all the boys looking for adventure and blood splatter on the seas. Who could tell me more? His platoon members, the other contractors, though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. The man was their friend and comrade. It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial. I need this information. Do what you have to, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security, but should you wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you. We will be careful, ma'am. That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help. Is there anything else I could help you with? Lynching. Done all that. Questions about reality. There is the conceptualism one. 3%. What is... Let's go. +2 for Dolores Day, but let's just go for it. A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly, that's all. What is this acute cephalopia? I think we've already done this one, yeah. It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out. She conveys it in short, cold bursts, trying not to invest too deeply in the condition of this doomed detective. In case he goes down later, souring the entire portfolio. What causes cephalopia? Apathy. Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use. Oh, it's probably from surgery then. That seems unlikely. Okay. Oh, wait, I just said, I didn't mean to do. I spoke with the lorryman about the roundabout. I'm just skipping all of my questions, apparently, just going right into it. Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? Wait, where exactly are these eyes located? That doesn't really matter, and I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines could afford to be blind at a time like this. One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. Wait a second. I think I've worked out who the other person is. The dice maker could be the other person? Maybe. Anyway. Or either that or it's Clachet, who was also overlooking the roundabout. Anyway. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you've discovered there is an operation. She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation subject to confidentiality, I'm sure you understand. Of course, Detective, she says, her tone more cautious suddenly. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. And we've already done this. I normally wouldn't break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands. That's enough for now. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Is there anything else I can help you with? I'm dealing with Everard. I haven't been. That's fine. Tell me more about this boat you're on. Okay. Wild Pines. We've gone through this. Okay, I'm trying to find the other check, but I can't remember how we get there, so that's fine. Let's see if the other check is locked. Maybe it is. Conceptualization is her. But we should have another check with her. Yeah, we should have this one, but apparently that's locked. I guess maybe we passed it already. Yeah, I think maybe if they're missing, you've already passed them in another way. Yeah, that's fine. The scab leader about the tattoos. We're down to 1 page of things. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. We already know where the armor pieces are. Yeah, because we know one of the armor pieces is with that guy, I think. The pawn guy, like the guy outside the pawn shop, sorry. We haven't done that. We haven't done that. Smoker on the balcony we need to speak to. Offer figurines. Make Titus give up Ruby's location. So we need to speak to Titus again. And Scab Leader. Okay, well. Interesting. So I'm just going to go this way. And have a look at the bay. We also have another skill point if we need. We have another 2 skill points if we need it. Wow. I could do the one that gives us interfacing temporarily. Maybe. Let's want to look. So, tall building overlooking the roundabout. That's got to be the doomed commercial area, right? It's got to be. Yeah, this is the tall building, right? And it overlooks the roundabout, and there's somebody living in the building. It's not the whirling in rags. It could be, but it's either Claché or it's the other one. But I'm going to look elsewhere. Unless it's up in that building, which it could be. It's also that window there. Let's head up there and see what's going on. Oh, also, while I'm at it. What's this one? Conceptualization minus suggestion. That's fine. Right. Go and grab this. Hey, it's more morale. Why all was needed. So is it this? I don't think it's that building. They said the building was hard to get into. Maybe it is the doomed commercial area. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.